Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great honor, and even more than that, I'm excited to speak after the President, our beloved President, since he was the most admirable politician for my father. They just passed away 2 years ago, and he used to, at this day of Jerusalem, that we speak about Jerusalem all day long, our president, when he was an MK, he used to interview in the radio, and he always said, "Hello from Jerusalem." And that's why my father liked him so much, among the issues among the reasons for him to love him. A bit about myself. I'm not a traditional politician. I came from the business sector 3 years ago, and I joined politics because my personal story is a story of success, and I joined the political life because I wanted to bring success to Israel too. That's the most important thing for me. This is the Zionism of the 21st century, to improve our country, and that's why I'm doing this politics issue. And I joined the Labour Party, and now I'm the chairman of the Labour Party. I'm very, very, very proud to be the chairman of the Labour Party. And as you probably know, I intend to be the Prime Minister of Israel the next time, after the next election. And this is my goal, because I want to really change the culture of the politics in Israel and to make Israel really the best country in the world, because we have all what is needed to make it like that. My vision for Israel leans on 4 things that unite us, unite the vast majority of the Israelis. The first one is security. We all believe that there's no compromise on security. This is a one sound state in regarding to security. No compromise on that. We understand exactly where we live, what is this neighborhood, and that's why we do not compromise on that. But together with that, I'll tell you a little story, or a little secret, sorry. I'm not scared of Iran. I think that we are a very powerful country, and they should be scared of us. Instead of frightening our people, we should frighten their people, and not be in a situation that all day long we hear what Iranians are going to do for us. Still, it doesn't matter that Iran is not a threat for Israel. It's a threat, but it's a threat that we can handle. And more than that, we can, at the end, prevent them from being a nuclear nation. The second issue is Jerusalem. We are all united in Israel under the need, the understanding that Jerusalem should be always united in our sovereignty. Jerusalem for us, it's a symbol. It's much more than a city. It's not just these bricks and houses that you see. It's a symbol. For many Jewish people all over the ages, Jerusalem was part of something that actually is in heaven. It was not something really for them. It's in heaven. And just a symbol. And a symbol, you do not compromise over your symbols. Yet, I'm very happy with the decision of the the decision that we might hear this evening about the administration recognized Jerusalem as our capital. For me, this is our capital. It was always our capital. Jewish people came from all over the world to Israel and to Jerusalem. And my father and mother came from Morocco to Jerusalem to live in Jerusalem. And I can assure you, they didn't check the website of the State Department in order to check whether they recognize Jerusalem or not. They just came to Jerusalem because this is our capital. Together with that, I hope the administration, together with the declaration, will declare on some steps that will bring some trust and hope to the Middle East, because we have to restart the process of the peace in Israel and the Middle East. And this is something that, together with the decision, the blessed decision about Jerusalem, we should see a progress on the peace process, and it can happen. We should see this decision as something that will inspire the region to start a negotiation again. The third issue is my vision for peace. Here, we are not a one-sound country. I don't see eye with our government the peace process. I do believe in separation from the Palestinians. I do believe that my parents came here in order to live in a country that there is a majority of Jewish people. They lived in a country with a majority of Muslims, and they didn't come here to a country with majority of Muslims. That's why we should separate from the Palestinian. I believe that such a separation will ensure our security and the security of my grandchildren and their grandchildren for many years. That's why I see the two-state solution for two people as the solution for our security, a solution that will keep Israel democratic and our values the same as we want to share with other countries like in the West and in America. And such a decision and such a progress will enable us to keep the Jewish spirit of our nation. Unlike others, I will not negotiate with the media. I know that there are politicians in Israel that they negotiate with the media. What are you going to give the Palestinians in such a negotiation? And they argue with each other. Who's going to give more? I don't do it. The only thing that I say is this is the basic for the negotiation, the two-state solution. No other conditions, no preconditions. That's what we have to start a negotiation with. The other thing is we have to build some trust because, you know, I came from the business sector. I made hundreds of negotiations all over my life. And I never negotiate without building trust, because if you don't build trust, there's almost no probability for a successful negotiation afterwards. That's why we should take steps, both sides, in order to build this trust. And it starts with stopping the incitement in the Palestinian Authority. You have to understand that this incitement, this is the major obstacle for the trust of Israelis in the peace process. I mean, if you take the Israelis, 80% of them believe in peace. 65% of them believe in a two-state solution. So how come they are not on the street for that? How come they don't vote for parties that believe in two-state solution? Rather, they vote for parties they don't believe in two-state solutions. This is because of this incitement. This is because they don't believe that the Palestinians are really want to compromise. And that's why stopping the incitement, to me, it's a major step in order to build this trust. From our side, I don't believe in building more and more out of the blocks. We know that we will have the blocks, so we don't have to build more out of the blocks. There's no need for any new caravan on the hilltop. It doesn't serve our security, so we have to stop it. We have to move and change the definition of more villages from C to B. Means that the Palestinians will handle their civilian lives as much more as we can under the restriction of security issues. And third, we should improve their economy and their life quality. There are many steps that we can do in order to do so and to build the trust with the Palestinians. The fourth issue on my vision is a just economy. We are Jewish people. We believe in a just economy. This is the basic of the Jewish people tradition. We don't believe in, the extreme right way of thinking about economies. We are not Republicans or these Tea Party organizations. We believe in Kol Yisrael Arevim Ze Lazeh. That means that we are born together. Together with that, I believe in the free markets. I came from the free markets, and I believe that in order to provide wealth to the country, you need a free market. And when you have a free market, you have the money to allocate to the people. That's why we should make major steps in order to reduce the level of poverty in Israel and the level of inequality We just today, as you know, the National Insurance Institute published another report that says that the number of kids that are defined as living in poverty is very high in Israel, is among the highest in the OECD countries. The other thing that we have to do in the economy, we have to fight the corruption. We have to fight the corruption because unfortunately the current government has a tradition or a culture of corruption. And this is something that was never in Israel. The other issue that we have to do is rebuilding our relationship with the diaspora. I was last week in New York and Washington. I met many Jewish leaders, and I can tell you that by talking to them you can understand that the crisis is very, 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 very severe. They feel very bad about the way we treat them, and it's not only the quota reform, it's much more than that. We have to rethink about our relations with the Jewish American people because this is part of our security. For me, American Jewish are part of a nation. We love them, we hug them, and they are part of our security, and we should fix the relationship with them. I'm very optimistic about the future of my country. We have the best people in the world here, and if we just improve a little bit the governing efforts in Israel, we will have the best country in the world. Thank you very much for helping us every day. Thank you very much.